Hi, we are welcome to another class today. Today I'm going to be taking us on the use of having. You understand? Last week or last class we talked about group by, the use of group by, and we applied it to one of the data set which is Africa, and we discovered that you can group or you can summarize just like pivot table in Excel. You can group rows together that have the same recurrence, and then you group it and possibly find the total population for that particular entity. You understand? So that's what we did last time. So if you have not watched the video or you don't have idea of how to use group by, you can make reference to that. I'm making reference to that video so that you can search for it and learn it. It's quite very simple. So today we are going to look at having HAVING having. Okay, so that is it. So we are still going to use our data set which we used last class, which is Africa. So it's inside the world database we created, and then the Africa data set. So now let's move straight to the class now let's select, or let's say use Africa. Use world. The database is world. Use world. So let's run it so that we can select the database. We have selected this database called world. Then the next thing is to do what? Let's select everything. Let's select, or take a look at what it consists, or what that data set consists of. Select stuff from what? Africa. Okay, Africa. So if you run this one now, you will see, it's showing now. So it's showing everything here right now. So what we did, let's just use year. Let's group all the 2020 together and look for the total population for year 2020, 2021, 2022. So 2020, they occur several times. Want to summarize everything together for 2020 and then 2021 like that. For just want to get the data of population for the particular year 2020, and then for 2021 a particular year want to get all the summary population for both Nigeria and Ghana. So how do we go about that? We're going to use group by. We want to use having. Having is what we are trying to target. So let's just a recap. So select let me just say year and what? The sum of population now from what? From Africa. So if you run this one now, you say group by. Want to group it by what? Year. Want to summarize years together. So that to give us. So if you run this one now, you will see something like this. So this is what we did last time. You can also use alias here as, you can say as total population. You can say as total population. You can use this total population. Okay. Yeah, as the population. Okay. So if you run this one now, it's going to change the total population here. So we have 2020 as its own population, 2021 like that. So but the ISC is 235,000. You can see 235,000 here, which is 2024. So what we do now, want to just give a condition around. In the previous class we talked about where you can say, okay, want to take anyone that is above 210, let's say 210,000 or 200,000. Let's say 200,000. Want to select everyone that's greater than 200,000 above. Okay, so that's where we use having. Want to give a condition. Previously, now previous class we talked about where. So where we teach you, or we show you, or we enforce a conditional statement. But in this case now we cannot use where because we are using it in conjunction with aggregate function. So if you want to say, before we say, okay, where population is greater than let's say 200,000, but we can't say that because we are using this sum here, or we are using minimum, maximum, or count, or whatever, anything aggregate function we are using in conjunction with the column there. We cannot use where. We can't say where. Let me copy again. Let me copy this one. Let me just copy this one and see and put here. Let me just say where. So I can't say where population. Please let me remove this one so that it will not be too long. Okay, as let me remove as so that you see here. So where population, or let's say sum of population is what is greater than 200 thousand. 20, okay, 200,000. So you can't do this one. If you do this one, it's going to show you error because we are using aggregate function here. Aggregate functions like sum, count, minimum, maximum. So what you do is you have to use having. That's where having comes. If you run, it's going to show you error. It's already showing you error now with this red underscore. So where it's not valid in this position. So we are going to use having here. Having. Okay. So if you run, it's no longer going to show you error now. So it's going to select anyone greater than 200,000 above. So it will filter it off. So if you check now, you can see now having is working right now. So I think that is the best way I can explain it. But if you have any other question, any contribution, or whatever you want me to do, or you want me to provide more explanation, please you can drop your comment there. I will look forward to explaining more to you. But for now, we are going to end the class for having and group by, and then we shall take a look at other SQL functions and operations. So thank you very much.